What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Pit Stop. I'm your host, Connor Laeski, and I'm very excited to be here today to talk about last week's crazy race at Darlington. Gotta love Darlington, man, especially in the playoffs, the old Southern 500. It's crazy because who would have thought after watching that full race, Kevin Harvick would end up winning, right? Just add another win for his ninth win of the season. It's insane. And the crazy thing about it is he didn't even have the best car. Matter of fact, he didn't even have that good of a car at all. I mean, his car was stable enough to run in the top five, but he shouldn't have been in the top five, honestly. I have to say his car was not looking good, but that team is so good at fighting, and they're so good at making adjustments just to be in the top five. And when something crazy like that happens with Martin Truex Jr., obviously, and Chase Elliott with the altercation, he was in the right spot, and I give all the props to the crew chief and the crew of that team because, wow, that was awesome. It was awesome. It was just crazy. I was so happy, of course, as a fan, but, just an exciting race to see. Chase Elliott and Martin Truex Jr., they dominated the race. I didn't really think anybody had a chance, to be honest. They were the two best drivers of the night. And it was kind of cool to see them up front most of the time because they actually have not been up front that much of the season. It's obviously been dominated by Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick. And speaking of Denny Hamlin did not come in the top 10 this past weekend, which is crazy because he always ends up in the top 10 if he's not winning. So he had a problem, though, coming down pit road towards the end of the race because he was actually in the lead at some parts, and I actually thought he had a decent car to possibly win the race, but he had a problem coming down pit road, and it looked like by the replay he didn't have many hand signals out, and he was confused as well as I think his spotter and crew was. He came down the track, cut off Jimmy Johnson, which obviously Jimmy Johnson did not know he was coming to pit road, and Jimmy Johnson was very pissed off in the car. If you watch the Radioactive, he called him a jackass. But obviously, we saw what happened. Came down. Jimmy Johnson almost dumped him because he completely blocked him and hit the brakes. So and then ultimately Denny Hamlin missed pit road. It was kind of a weird instance, but that obviously put him a lap down or slowed him down, and he was kind of out of the picture after that. So sucks for him. Made a mistake. Haven't made a mistake in a while. So, but yeah. So Denny Hamlin was not really a part of the winning picture this time. But like I said, the big story of the weekend was Martin Truex Jr., Chase Elliott fighting for the win. I thought there was plenty of laps to go before Martin Truex had to make a move, especially because he was gaining on Chase Elliott. I don't know why he thought making that move so early. I guess he just was being more aggressive. He really thought he could take the lead with 25 laps. I mean, he had plenty of time to still pass him, but he made an aggressive move, and obviously it was kind of stupid when you look at the replay. Why did he slide up there? He wasn't clear. And, I mean, he owned up to it. He apologized. I mean, we all thought, oh, here we go. It's going to get aggressive after the race. We might see a fight. Of course, I was thinking, oh, man, here we go. But he was very apologetic about it. And, Chase Elliott had the right to be mad. I think his reaction was fine. But, yeah, so pretty crazy. With 25 laps to go, the leaders take each other out like that into the wall. I mean, it was hard impact in the wall. So I knew that whoever was in third, which was Harvick, was going to catch him because there's no way you can hit the wall that hard and not cut a tire down, which that's what happened with both of the cars. First, Martin Truex Jr., then Chase Elliott got passed by Harvick with the tire rub going down. So it was crazy. Another one for Harvick, like I said, he moves on to the round of 12. That's big. And then Austin Dillon comes in second, almost makes a run for Harvick at the last few laps. So that was kind of surprising. I don't think a lot of people counted on Austin Dillon moving on to the round of 12. But right now, if I look at the standings, he's eighth. So he's 10 points ahead of the cutoff. So he's actually in great position after that finish at Darlington. So that was very surprising. We had a bad night for Brad Keselowski and Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney actually was really bad. He got into an accident into Brad, actually. They both kind of hit each other, and Ryan was kind of done for the day, practically. So Ryan Blaney had a bad race. He is under 17 from the cutoff, so he's got to do something these next couple weeks to fight in. So he's looking in trouble right now, but he's got time. Like you said, he's only under 17 points. Brad fell a spot down. He fell to fourth. And yeah, so looking at the standings right next to me right now, Eric Almirola is tied with Clint Boyer for the last spot, 12 right now, to move on to the next round. But then we have Cole Custer only down 3 points, and Matt DiBenedetto and Blaney minus 17. So it's still pretty tight down there. It's interesting to note that Kyle Busch is 10th, only 7 points ahead. That's crazy. I mean, we're not used to that. I know he's had a rough year, but if he ain't on this couple weeks, he could be kicked. So it's going to be really interesting to see what Kyle Busch does. And is this the first year we see him bounce out of the first or second round? I think it's a very big possibility. Personally, I don't actually have him moving on past the round of 12. If he gets to the round of 12, I don't think he'll go past the round of 12. That's just my prediction. We'll see what happens unless he steps it up, but I don't see it happening. Really good race by Byron. He's really picking it up after that Daytona win. He finished in the top 10. That's awesome. He's really sparking it on with Czech now, so good to see that. And, so obviously Martin Truex, Chase Elliott still 6-7 on the point standings. See what's going to happen this weekend. But, yeah, it was really cool race to watch. A lot of fans. I think they said like 8,000, 9,000, which is crazy. When Kevin Harvick, was interviewing, you could really hear the crowd roar. So that was really awesome to hear. And then he gave the checkered flag to that kid. That was really, really, really cool moment to see, especially with the fans being involved now. I think that's really awesome. But wow, what a heck of a race! And what to look forward this weekend? Richmond. It's a good race. I remember doing a video on this last year in the playoffs. It was that was a really good race. So Richmond is going to be pretty exciting. It is 7:30 this Saturday night. So tune in, NBCSN. And, you're going to see more coverage from me, like I said, a lot more week to week with the playoffs. And like I said, we got two races. Two races until the cutoff. So we got this week and then Bristol. And we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting, guys. Stay tuned. And remember to like this video, subscribe to the Pit Stop, and at the Pit Stop channel on Instagram. You're going to be seeing more posts. You're going to be seeing more live feed. And, of course, I'm always here. If you guys want to DM me, ask me questions, what are your predictions for the playoffs? Is Kevin Harvick going to be the ultimate favorite? Is Denny Hamlin going to be the ultimate favorite? Or, what's going on? I'd like to hear back from you guys. So, like I said, make sure to like this video, and see you next time, guys.